So for him, we're working upper back and neck. He's a big guy, right? I want to get in there, but I don't want to exhaust myself. I don't want to damage myself, the reactive force into my body. I want to minimize that. So I do things like I'll get under his shoulder. So I'll do this side over here. And how are we doing? Anything I have to worry about in there?
Well, no, my neck is jacked up usually, but not right now.
What a great disclaimer, huh? Like, so I can get sued here very shortly. Oh, no, just forgot to tell you about this and that. So, again, using balm, not oil, too much emollient. If you want balm, by the way, it's those little white tubs back there. You can play with that. But it gives you a lot more pull the whole time. You're always going to be able to control skin. He's going to feel like the work's substantial. And so what I'm going to do is I'm going to come in and put my knee under his shoulder, okay? What I'm trying to do is I'm trying to get my knee or my leg right under the shoulder joint. I'm not trying to be under his arm because that's just kind of breaking his arm. I want to be under the joint. The way that I get under that joint is I take my knee, I try to lift his arm up as close to the joint as I can so I'm not out here, you know. I come under and I say put my knee in his ear. And what that does is when I come across here, my tush is off the table, my knee goes towards his ear, his shoulder drops over, and then I can sit down. And the way I know I've got a good grab is if I put my hand on his tricep and I just kind of fall off the table, he should go. Creates traction there, right? So all the way I'm getting some good pull. Now that I've got a pretty good grip, I know I'm under the joint proper, I'm going to kind of sit on the table, push over a little bit so I'm very comfortable and relaxed. Now holding myself out here with just this leg, which is tiring, okay? How we feel?
Good.
And then, you know, I'm going to do a lot of stuff. I'm going to traction out. I'm going to lean in. So ideally, if I have 90 degrees here, that's my deepest. That's kind of most of my body weight in. That's a little light. That's a little light, but that's kind of my heaviest. So that I get up, if I want to be heavier and I want to do that without hurting myself, I just kind of get over myself a little bit more. How's the pressure?
It's good. It's about a 6 out of 10.
Good. Good feedback. Look at that. Go all the way down. When I come back, I can just really heavy, come up over the trap, erector spinae group. If I'm having a hard time, like it's just really tight muscle, I'm kind of surfing that wave, and so all of a sudden I feel like if I try to get deeper, I pop off, so I'm kind of compromising. If I just take this hand and ground it anywhere he can't see, doesn't matter, right? But that becomes very stable at that point. I can do it here too, and I can use it like a big thumb because I can really guide it when it's grounded. If it's not grounded, it kind of is unstable. When I ground it anywhere, it becomes very stable. So that's just one technique to really help that elbow do what it's supposed to do. Come under, I can lean away, pull, I can pull back. I like to pull back. Thai massage, one of the things they do is they're very relaxed in their work. So here I'm pulling up with all my effort and I get a good pull, or I could just take a nice deep breath and look at the wall behind me, and he should come up pretty good with that. I can't really see him, but I get a good pull and I come back. Feel the shoulder kind of crunching a bit. So I'm just working that whole angle, coming around, pull off, I come out here. I can play with the joint a bit. Play with things, figure stuff out. I can do it with my arm too. A lot of trigger point work in here for you, right? I'll come all the way down, pull the hand, his whole body comes across with me, comes over there. I get a lot of wrist action there, pops, that kind of stuff, pull through. I can come back here and work. It's a nice position. Very calm for me, very easy. I got all my body with just that shoulder joint. So I might be able to win that battle, okay? But when I'm out here by myself and I just have my arm or I'm doing this stuff, all this body's kind of wasted, so I'm trying to get all that right over what I'm working on. When I come out of it, I tend to, we'd have more emollient, but I just come out. It's kind of this is a cattywampus thing. It works for me. Only incorporate stuff that works well for you and doesn't tweak you anywhere or feel funny. I spent a lot of years doing jiu-jitsu, which is a ground kind of wrestling martial arts sort of thing. And so I'm into oppositions a lot. And so when I come out, I just come out here. I reach under. I might pull that way, or I'll come under here. I push with one hand, and once pull out the other side, and have this nice big kind of drag that comes down. I kind of finish with that, and I work out some stuff in the hands. That's just kind of the basic, helps me get in there really, really heavy three-dimensionally. a couple different ways. Same concept, knee in the ear, will get my leg right under the joint, what I want to do. I can just come in, lift the arm, my lotion. Lift the arm, I place my knee here, see my legs kind of bent, toes that way, and I set them on there, and that's it, he comes over. How's your shoulder feel?
Good.
It's going to look cattywampus, check in, it's, I've very had a shoulder that couldn't handle this. It's good, I can do a lot of trigger point here, I can just stay and just not have to go to the next spot and do some great work here. I want to have him a little closer to me, I want to get my hip under his body for leverage. So I'm going to take my toe and I'm going to rotate it straight up to the ceiling. I'm going to pin him to my leg as I do that. It's going to pull him onto me. Easy way for me is just to cross my hands or to keep the elbow here. This is more of a power move. This is an easier move. And so I'm going to pull you over. Nice big breath for me. You know if anything's not good, I just turn. So it comes over. And then I reposition. I'm kind of falling off the table here. So I come back in. And now I got a lot of effort in the shoulder. How's your shoulder feel? Good. Got a lot of control here. I'm definitely bigger. I got this little joint, my whole body. I can do trigger point. I can come out. I can drop in. I can pull. Right. I'm a little too far. I'd like to not see my knee as much. So I'm going to scoot back a tiny bit. Work on the chest. Sorry, massage fell. Here, I got my thumb under there. So I'm pretty good at palpating my arms, but this is a little extra palpation for me. And I can also use the ulnar bone to drive the thumb into the muscle if I want a little extra pressure. I'm not pushing and squeezing with my thumb because that makes me tired. I'm just pushing with my bone if I feel like I want to use the thumb for more work. Does that make sense? So I'm reinforcing the thumb versus using my muscles for that. Trying to be really easy with everything I do, but you can feel that thumb in there, right? Mm-hmm. And so I'm more thumb than elbow right now because I really want to feel what's going on in that bicep. Pulling. And I can lift up, sneak under, pull more, drop in. I can pull here, I can come under the neck. I can pull, twist, traction. Just all sorts of work in here. We may play this later, we may not, but this is, and with him I'd be, do I want to do this? So this is a pullover, you've probably seen it in other classes. And it's something that you gauge based on how flexible they are, how much your spine rotates, and how much weight you got to pick up when you do this. This is designed to be pretty easy. What I'll do is I'll come in here, and we'll do this at the end of the day. This will be the last thing because this tends to grab people's imaginations quickest. Relax a little more for me. Perfect. Okay. So what I do is I put a shoulder here. I put a shoulder here, put a hand on the shoulder. I reach over. He's kind of a little bit kind of jacked right here, so I'm going to pull the shoulder out just so it's nice. And I don't want to use a lot of effort, so I kind of lift this leg up like I'm pitching a World Series pitch. I get my body weight over here, nice deep inhale. You know if anything gets caught up in your low back, okay? And I just rotate. I'm going to try and use just 2 fingers here. This is not a lot of work. It comes pretty good. And I get up here, and I can do a lot of back, neck, and shoulder work here. And play with this a bit. This starts to get really involved for me up here when I do this work. I do it because I can, so you want to make sure it's something you feel good doing. But it's a great position. It gets people to relax. And I'll do it on you in a second to show you kind of a different experience. So for him, I'm probably not doing as much of the undulation, but I'm going to get in here. If I need a little more support, bring my leg up. I can come under. I use his body weight. It's interesting for the client. You get some good information here too. Some of the work's easier this way, some's not, so you kind of figure out what you want to do. I'm just going to sneak out now and go do something else. Okay, so we'll play with that. The main thing on there is that this right here is just a good bit of leverage. Right? Don't overthink that because you can just get a lot done here. The big thing that I want you to watch out for whenever you're doing this is that when you get the client maybe all over like this hand will sneak under this leg. Okay? So if I set him down, I'm going to hyperextend that shoulder pretty bad. So I'm always making sure, even when I don't have the legs there, I always make sure I just clear my leg way back when I set him down, just to make sure that doesn't happen. That makes sense? You guys see that over there? So the trick is when they come up, nice deep inhale. And they're over here, and we're doing all this undulation stuff and all this work. That hand can sneak under like that. And so when I set him back, if I'm not careful, that I'm going to hurt. So I just always want to make sure when I'm setting the client back, just make sure they're not under there. Okay? So that's that, and here's what's cool about it. How many of you had that done in the massage before too? Okay, outside of this class? Okay, we'll see, yeah, so you've been, so.
Oh, yeah, I have to.
Okay, good. So very few people, clients have. So if you're just 10% different in our market, you're like a genius. You're like, oh my, you are a massage god or goddess. When clients feel like something different's going on, they heal better on their own because their mind, the more efficacy they believe they're getting from you, the body heals. And so just giving the client something new to think about, a different way to get the work done, should get you repeat clients, better tips, better reviews, and the client should get better. And it's fun. So it's like a quadruple winner kind of thing, right? Okay? So that's the big leverage part. I'm going to push him up, but I would probably, if you guys have him, so here's how I do it normally. It's like, so I'm going to push him sitting. I don't really need your help, but let me know if anything happens when you go back, anything doesn't feel good. When you get up there, just make yourself comfy, wide legs, crisscross legs, whatever you want to do. So I come under, I get my thumb all the way around, this thumb all the way around, I have a nice grip on that neck, get my arms straight. There's a lever here. When I push my forearms down, pops his head up, so I go nice deep breath, drop down, arms straight, let's walk up. Okay? Might not be easy for me to do that, so I'll show you a different way in a second. When I get back here, and I probably suggest you use wide legs off the table, and you be comfy. And so now from up here, I'm laying for support or whatever, this is deep, deep work. And so I say, I can't see your face, you gotta scream if something's bad, right? Make sure they know that. And I'm gonna start dropping in with elbows. How we doing?
A really good stretch in the neck.
Yeah. And this is no effort, like nothing on my part. And give me like a 1 to 10 where you at.
No, probably about a 7 out of 10.
All right. So again, no effort. Yeah, my elbows out here, my arms out here like this, it's a little harder to go, but if I ground that arm, or I ground the arm, it just does better. Again, he can't see you, do whatever works for you. I might do both arms. Sorry about that left side there. And we'll do a lot more stuff in here. So I'll come up, I might do both arms up, coming out, coming around. I can pull back. I can bring his arm over my leg, push away. Play a lot of different stuff in there. We can like that. It's just easy work, right? Here. Down that way. All sorts of great things. I'll put a towel right here, and then behind them, pushing hard in the towel, pull back the chest. You gotta open the chest up a lot, that kind of stuff. You gotta figure out if it's right for your body type, clinic you're in, that kind of stuff. Can you have both feet in the floor? Do you have to have both feet in the floor? There's all these rules you gotta think about. So if I had that one foot on the floor, I might do like that, lower my table a little bit. I can get that done with the foot on the floor. Okay. When I go back with him, and again, he might be at the higher range, because I'm gonna use this web here to get the occiput and get some traction going down. If I feel like I'm gonna hurt myself, I'm not gonna do it, right? But he, I think I'd be okay with, so I'm gonna set you back down, and with some traction at the end. If it's not good, let me know. Okay, nice deep inhale. Then we'll go back. We'll catch traction with the elbow right by here. How we doing?
Good, really good.
Okay, so it's a pretty good move. So let's say I don't feel like pushing straight up. I kind of want to guard my back and stuff. I'm not really sure. Don't know if it'll go up well. I'm going to say, okay, in a second, I'm going to sit you up, okay? And if anything's not good going up, let me know. So I'm coming here. I might put their hands on their chest. And nice deep inhale for me, and let's go up. And I kind of do this, as I go up, I go tap, tap, and they just know that means go. So, okay, let's go up. And he's kind of lifting himself up. Right? So it feels like I'm supporting, but I'm not. So that's a much safer way to get your client up if you feel like there's any chance you're not going to be able to do it from the back. Okay? And I can work over here. I could actually work here. I can pull it myself. I say, let's go down to the table real quick. Let's go down here. I do a lot. I use my chin a lot. I use my shoulders and body a lot. You got to figure out what you're comfortable with doing, but I'll come in here and I'll pull. Push away. I can get my forearm in there. Okay, just feels good. You get a lot of good ideas here, like stuff you just can't find on the table. You know, I come in here and I'm gonna go on the other side. There we go. Kind of funky finger hold, but on that line, you okay?
Mm-hmm.
I'll just hold it. So I got that finger kind of jammed in there. I don't want to press a lot, so this hand's going to come in and kind of close that off for me and really get some pressure on that point. And then I'm going to go right against it with my body and get in there. So you can get some really fine work done, deep work, but hopefully not too taxing on you. All right. And again, anything that you get out of this, it shouldn't make you work harder. If something that's not good for your body, your fingers don't work, your wrist doesn't work that way, don't do it. It's not going to get better. It's going to get worse, right?